I mean, we need to be able to motivate them with action, with direction and hope, not pressure, not manipulation, not tricking them, not pushing them in a corner, none of those things, just giving them clear hope and then direction of what to do next.
All right. So motivating with direction and hope is a very different definition than most people probably have in mind. It goes along with a very different definition or thoughts about identifying objections that we talked about last time. And so this is, again, another place where your service sales framework takes a turn in a different direction, which is great because most people don't like these parts of the conversation.
Yeah, it does, because I am not trying to convince someone to buy. A lot of times when you hear about urgency and creating that fake sense of urgency, you're trying to force them. And so pressure is trying to force them into a decision, but using direction and hope is encouraging them to be able to make a decision, and the best decision that they can make, the wisest decision they can make. That is the difference. We're not trying to pressure them into making a decision. We are trying to help them so that they can make the decision on their own with the direction and hope that we give them. Because we're actually not serving our clients in that moment, because problems are growing. So, and we've worked through this whole service framework. When we understand, okay, the problems they're facing, whether they're good problems, bad problems, what's happening in their business, then them not doing anything doesn't actually help anything. Things continue to grow. So maybe their revenue continues to struggle. Maybe it's time that's getting affected. Maybe it's their confidence. Maybe it's opportunities that their sales teams are never going to get back. Doing nothing is still a decision, and it still is going to impact them.
Yeah. And it's easy to lose sight of that for yourself because maybe you don't like thinking about the alternative, or we tell ourselves stories all the time. And so it's actually helpful to encourage people, hey, if you don't do anything, it's not stay the same. What's another reason why people should think about this idea of creating urgency?
The other reason why you want to create urgency is because if you avoid urgency, you're not playing the neutral ground. So many times people think, well, if I just don't do it, then everything's great and I'm actually serving them. And you are not, because we're trying not to be pushy. And I understand that because I hear it all the time. But when you actually avoid helping them to be making a decision, helping them to have an action, you're not being any more caring at that point. Because if we see a person and they have a problem and it's costing them something, and we don't even help them to think about that or what that looks like, we're not serving them very well. Sometimes the kindest thing that you can do is help someone see that it would be beneficial for them to be able to act now.
What you're helping us to realize is that urgency isn't about, or it shouldn't be about raising anxiety, creating anxiety. No. It's something different.
No, you're actually creating relief and excitement for them. That's how you know that you're doing a good job of creating urgency that's giving direction and hope. If it's going to give them some relief and excitement to start working with you and confidence to move forward, that is what we want it to produce. Not anxiety, not panic. Those things can work to be able to buy, but as we're going to talk about later, that's not a good idea because now they don't trust you from the get-go. And that's just going to be a downhill from there.